Hey dear students, welcome to Pragyan Public School. This is Sejal Singh and today we are going to learn about the topic pronoun. This PPT has been prepared by Mrs. Geeta Chaudhary and this is going to present by me, it means Sejal Singh. So let's start all the students. So as we all know, we have to talk about the pronoun. So whenever we just talk about anything and we want to know about anything, first of all we have to see the definition of that thing. So, as per the definition, the pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. It means the pronouns are the words which can replace by the noun, or we can use the pronoun instead of noun. So, as you know, dear friends, we are getting so many definitions of pronoun while we are just watching it. So, now we have to talk about the kinds of pronoun. To talk about detail and to know understand about the in detail about the pronoun, we have to understand the kinds of pronoun. So which are the types of pronoun? First is personal pronoun, second emphatic pronoun, reflexive pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, distributive pronoun, relative pronoun, exclamatory pronoun, possessive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, and indefinite pronoun. So let's see all the types one by one. So very first type is personal pronouns. So what are the personal pronouns? Personal pronouns are used to refer to one or more persons or things. The example is also given here for your understanding students, and this is I am reading a book. So, as our definition of personal pronoun is saying that they are used to refer to one or more persons. Here we are referring one person, and that is I. I am talking about myself. Okay, who is reading book? I am reading book. Okay, so for me, instead of my name, I am using I. So we can understand by this the very single and simple use of personal pronoun. See, there are the 8% of personal pronouns. How we can use them differently by different persons. While they are they are using as subject pronoun, if they are using as the object pronoun, if they are using as the possessive adjectives, if they are using as the possessive pronouns or reflexive pronouns. So how we are differently able to use them? I am getting only one example. See, you are able to see here the table in which we are having the persons also. Okay, so here a very first person has been given here. If we are using the first person in subject as a subject pronoun, then we have to use I. If we are using first person object pronoun, then we are using me. If we are using first person possessive adjective, then we are using my. If we are using first person possessive pronoun, then it's mine. First person reflexive pronoun, myself. Like that, we have to see different persons and different pronouns at different place. While we are using them as a subject, they are using differently. While we are using them in object place, they are using differently. The words are different. If we are using them as a personal possessive adjectives, then the word should be different from one another according to person, and according to the pronouns, the names, the pronouns are changed. So see here, we are another table we are having with us, that is about person singular and plural. If we are using first person singular, then we are able to use words like I, me, my, mine. All these pronouns we are able to use while we are using first person singular. If we are talking about first person plural, then we are able to use the pronouns like we, us, our, ours. If I just talk about the second person singular pronoun, then we are using pronouns like you, your, yours. And if we just talk about the second person plural, then we are just talking about you, your, yours. Now it's a time to understand about the third person. So if I'm just talking about the third person singular, then I'm using he, him, she, her, it. If I'm using third person plural, then I have to use they and them. At that time, I am not able to use he or she or it. Okay, because we are using about third person plural. So they and them. His, her, hers, its. Also we are able to use while we are using third person singular. And if we are using third person plural, then we have to use their and theirs. Now let's see the second type of pronoun, that is distributive pronoun. So by the name itself, dear students, you are going to understand that here we have to do the distribution of the pronoun. The pronoun which is going to distribute the meaning, which is going to distribute the sense, where we are having one option where we have to choose any one thing, so we have to distribute the things. Okay, so distributive pronouns are the pronouns which refer to person or things one at a time. They are called the distributive pronoun. Okay, so they are always refer to a person or thing one at a time. Okay, means you are not able to use two things at a one time. You have to use one thing or one person at a time. So see here, which kind of examples are there of distributive pronoun? Remember, they are either, neither, each. Okay, so see, we will understand by the examples more deeply. You can drink either tea or coffee. Okay, it means you are having one option. Either you are able to drink tea or coffee, not both of them. Then she can neither see TV nor play. She is doing nothing. Means both of the options. They are not applying here. She can neither see TV nor play. ना उसने टीवी देखा, वो ना टीवी देख सकती है ना खेल सकती है. Each of us bought the book. Okay, so here also we are distributing कि हम में से हर एक, हर कोई, each of us, they are all of us means each of us bought the book. Okay, then give the chocolates to each. हर एक को चॉकलेट दो मीन्स ईच, यानी हर एक अलग अलग डिस्ट्रीब्यूटिव. ओके, सो now we just talk about the demonstrative pronoun. So which are the demonstrative pronoun? Demonstrative pronouns are used to show or identify one or a number of nouns that may be far or near in distance or time. They are only four in number: this, that, these, those. Okay, so demonstrative pronouns, they always used to show, to identify the number of the noun. Okay, and the distance. So if the things are nearer to us, if the thing is singular and it is nearer to us, then we are able to use this. If the thing is far from us, okay, then we are, and it is singular, then we are going to use that. If the things are singular and they are nearer to us, then we are going to use these. And if the things are plural, it means more than one and they are far from us, then we are using those. So this and that are singular demonstrative pronouns, while these and those are the plural demonstrative pronouns. As I told you, so they can also be used to show an unspecified quantity in a sentence. Obviously, because we are not able to understand if we are using the plural or we are using these or those, you are not able to understand that how many things we are talking about. That is a beautiful house. So that is a demonstrative pronoun that is referring to a specific noun, that is house. This is a singular pronoun as it is referring to only one house. Okay, so obviously, if I just tell you that that is a beautiful house, so and suppose there are many houses in a row, and I'm just from a far distance, I'm just pointing out anyone. So suppose some person is not able to get the idea properly, but if I just tell that this is a beautiful house. So that house is nearer to me, and you are able to get the proper information about that. So these are the uses of demonstrative pronoun. Now next is interrogative pronouns. By the word itself we are able to understand that yes, here something about interrogate, to inquiry. Okay, so an interrogative pronoun, it introduces questions. So in inquiry, in questions, we are asking the questions. So these pronouns are asking the questions. Okay, so obviously we are going to use the WH words here: what, which, who, whom, whose. Whose laws must we follow? God's or man's? This is the example. By this we are able to understand, here we are asking the question that हम किसके law follow कर हम किसके law हमें किसके law follow करने चाहिए, God के या फिर इंसानों के. Okay, so we are asking the question here. So this is the example of interrogative pronoun. Now let's move towards the second next type, and that is the relative pronouns. So which are the relative pronouns? What are the relative pronouns? Relative pronouns introduce adjective clauses which are word groups that tell which, what kind और how many. Okay, रिलेशन बताने का काम करते हैं रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन. रिलेशन बताते हैं कि clauses, they introduce adjective clauses, okay, which are word groups that tell. हमें इन सवालों का जवाब देते हैं हमेशा रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन which, what kind और how many. ठीक है. So see that which, who, whom, whose, all these pronouns are considered as the relative pronouns. So here we are having the example, there is a God who cares. ठीक है, यहाँ पे भगवान है जो सबकी चिंता करता है, जो चिंता करता है. ओके, सो हियर यहाँ पे who जो है इट इज शोइंग द रिलेशन. ओके, about whom we are talking. Okay, that there is a God who cares. There is a God who cares. It means here we are, if we are just taking this sentence clause, there is a God. Okay, and if we just put a comma and just we use cares, it is not applicable. So it means we have to use certain word which show the relation between that word and that clause, that adjective and that clause. So which kind of word we are using here? Who. Okay, who is the word which is showing the relation between who is caring, and what he is doing, what God is doing. Okay, so this is the relative pronoun. Now we have to talk about the indefinite pronoun. So the indefinite pronoun that are always singular take singular verb. Obviously, by the name itself, we are able to understand indefinite pronoun means we are not able to understand, and we are not sure that the use is indefinite of those pronouns. So see, by the words and by the examples itself, you are able to understand. If I say everyone, you are not able to understand about whom I am talking about particularly. If I say someone, then only also you are not able to understand. So the use of the indefinite pronouns are indefinite. Okay, we are using such words, but people are not able to understand that in when and in which context or about which person we are talking. So see the examples which are given here: everyone, someone, anyone, no one, each, everybody, anything, nothing, neither, somebody, anybody, nobody, either, everything, something. Okay, so these are the examples of indefinite pronouns, and as our rule is saying, the indefinite pronouns that are always singular take singular verbs. Okay, so they are taking singular verbs, that you have to remember. Okay, students. So see, now we have to take the next type, and that is a reflexive pronoun. So a reflexive pronoun is a pronoun that refers to a subject and is necessary to the basic meaning of the sentence. Obviously, reflexive pronoun. It is by the name itself you are able to understand that here we are going to see the reflection of our subject, reflection of our sentence, okay, reflection of our action. Whatever action is going on, whatever subject we are using in the starting, it is coming in the reflection at the end. So obviously, see the if I am using my in the sentence, then I have myself at last in the object place, which is the reflexive pronoun. Myself, yourself, herself, himself, itself, yourselves, ourselves, and themselves. So myself, yourself, herself, himself, and itself, they are used as a singular whenever we are using with the singular person, singular things. And if we are using with the plural person, plural things, then we are using the reflexive pronouns like yourselves, ourselves, and themselves. Okay, so I am giving you one example and you will understand it by yourself that what is reflexive pronoun. You don't pay attention. See, I have taken the word yourself. Okay, you are going to understand yourself. So the action, the sentence was started with you. So that is the reason when it comes back to us as reflection, they are coming in the form of yourself. Okay, your changes into yourself while we are using it as a reflexive pronoun. I hope that you understand. Now we can go further with the emphatic pronouns. So which are the emphatic pronouns? They show emphasis and are generally used after the pronoun. Obviously, emphatic. It is emphasizing something. जब हम किसी चीज़ पे भार देते हैं, किसी चीज़ पे फोर्स करते हैं, जिस किसी चीज़ पे दबाव डालना, ठीक है, किसी चीज़ को बहुत ज़्यादा उठाव के साथ प्रेजेंट करना, दैट इज एम्फेटिक प्रोनाउन. सो दे शो एम्फेसाइज, एम्फेसाइज दिखाते हैं किसी चीज़ का, एंड आर जनरली यूज्ड आफ्टर द प्रोनाउन. And we have to remember this point, students, that emphasis pronouns are generally used after the pronoun. See, he himself organized the picnic, she herself baked the cake. So you are able to understand here, just after the pronouns we have used emphatic pronouns. Now you will be confused that reflexive pronouns are also self words and emphatic pronouns are also self words. So what is the difference? But students, difference is by its use. In reflexive pronouns, for we are starting with the, if we are starting the sentence with my, your reflexive pronoun myself will be in the end of the sentence, while in the emphatic pronoun you are using your emphatic pronoun just after the pronoun. So if you are using he, just after that you are using himself, not at the end, not at the object place. So this is the main difference between the reflexive pronoun and the emphatic pronoun. I have given you the trick, so don't be confused. Now we can move further to the exclamatory pronoun. So what is exclamatory? Exclamation. You are able to understand if you know the exclamatory mark, if you know the exclamation, the use of exclamation, then you are able to understand the exclamatory pronoun. Pronoun which used as exclamation is called an exclamatory pronoun. ओके, जो एक्सक्लेमेशन के तौर पे यूज होते हैं सेंटेंस में, वो प्रोनाउन कहलाते हैं एक्सक्लेमेटरी प्रोनाउन. व्हाट? आई डोंट बिलीव दैट. Okay, see, we are having the exclamation mark after what? Because it is the exclamatory sentence and we are having the exclamatory word, and we don't call what as an interrogative pronoun here, but it is as an exclamatory pronoun, because after that we are having the exclamation mark, not the question mark. So this is the difference between the example of interrogative and the example of exclamatory. Okay, if you are going to use wow, what a beautiful scenery, so at that time also after wow you are having that exclamatory mark. So you are able to understand by that. Now we have to move further with the next type, and that is possessive pronoun. Possession, ownness. Okay, and we can say जहाँ मालिकी दिखाने का काम करते हैं, जहाँ possession दिखाने का काम करते हैं, belongingness, when we are showing the belongingness. Okay, so see here, a possessive pronoun is a pronoun that is used to indicate possession or ownership. किसका है ये, जब हमें बताना हो उस टाइम पे हम यूज करते हैं possessive pronouns. So see, this is my pen, not your pen. Okay, so I am showing the possession that the pen I am talking about, this is my pen, not your pen. Okay, so I am showing the ownership of that pen, that I am having the ownership of that pen, not you. This pen is mine, not yours. Okay, so here, mine, this is my laptop, it's mine. Okay, so here also we are in this in these examples also, mine and yours, they are showing the possession. Okay, they are showing the ownership. So in the next example, in the second example, I am saying this pen is mine, not yours. Okay, the same sense we are having, that I am talking and I am showing the ownership of the pen, that is my pen, this is my pen. So possessives, see, we are having the possessives while we are using as a noun. If I am using like I, then in possessive it will change into my. So hi, my name is Telsa. See, you, if you are using you as a noun, if you are using possessive, then it will become your. And what is your favorite food? That is the example. If I am taking the example of he, then it turn into possessive pronoun his. His name is Steve. She, as a noun, it is used as her in the pronoun, while we are using as a pronoun, then her CV is here. It changes into its. The bird is in its house. We changes into our. I hope our lives will be better. They changes into their house is perfect. So these are the possessives and the examples of possessives. Now we have to talk about the cases of pronoun. So first we have to talk about the objective case, the object form of the personal pronoun. Obviously, whenever we are talking about the objective case, at that time we have to talk about the object form of the personal pronoun. So see, the examples are given here: me, you, him, her, it, us, you, and them. Glenn sent Lisa and me some wild orchids from Debeo. Just between you and me, I think this painting is ridiculous. So here you are able to see at both the in both the examples we have used the pronoun me in the object place, not in the subject place, not at the starting or not at the beginning. So see here. Now second case is the nominative case, the subject form of the personal pronoun. It means we are going to use the pronoun here in the subject place. I, you, we, he, she, it, we, you, they, all these are the examples of the nominative case. So here, it is I who am your friend. Amy and he are getting married. So here we are able to see that we are nominating the subject, these pronouns in the place of our subject. So that is what the reason they are known as the nominative case. So now this is the time to practice. You have to choose the correct pronoun for each sentence and identify your answer as personal, demonstrative, interrogative, indefinite, reflexive, relative, or intensive pronoun. Okay, which kind of pronoun you have used here, you have to tell about that pronoun. Okay, so see here, do this exercise in your notebook as well, in your grammar notebook as well. See the first sentence is given here: the president blank wrote the story. Okay, so what do you think, is it himself or his? himself. Okay, so next, if anyone calls, tell that I will be back in half an hour. Okay, what will be the answer? Think over it. Here also, Joe told blank his secret. Me or myself? What would be there? Did you see Derek and blank at the game? Her or she? Very simple, students. You are able to give the answers if you have learnt all the rules very well. Between you and blank, this politician cannot be trusted. Me or I? What should be the answer? Think over it. Do it in a notebook. Thank you so much for listening very carefully. I will come back with the new video. Thank you so much. Have a good day.